Christmas Eve 2002, a dolphin mother and her calf were found stranded in the Tampa Bay area. Nicholas was very compromised, and we knew that because of the extent of the wound, it would require extensive treatment over a long period of time. So we decided to incorporate husbandry training into his routine. With rehab completed, Nicholas graduated from the rehab pool and was able to be moved inside to our long-term resident pool. In terms of personality, I can describe Nicholas as a very enthusiastic overachiever. He's a wonderful animal to work with. He usually gives 110% on most things that he does, and he excels at cognitive and high energy behaviors. Dolphins are thought to be intelligent animals, and it's so important that we provide plenty of mental stimulation. When caretakers engage these animals in their sessions, they're providing them with new opportunities to learn and have different types of experiences. But we can take that a step further, and we can introduce behaviors that specifically address their cognitive abilities. And one such behavior is called matching to sample.
This is Nicholas, and we're doing a cognitive session with him. We are working on a behavior called match to sample. What that means is I'm going to show him an item, and he has to pick its duplicate from the selection of items over there. It's like a little multiple choice quiz, and he's very smart, so he's very good at it. And then he's off. It's a 1 out of 3 shot. And he nailed it, very nice. Oh, he's not celebrating at all, is he? My goodness. And that's just something he does when he gets excited.
So sometimes Nicholas gets so excited when he's successful, he has his own little celebration, and that usually involves him jumping out of the water and spiraling in the air.
That's just Nick's personality. And it's useful for us because that's how we know if he's engaged and excited about what we're doing. The whole purpose of teaching him things like this is just because they get excited about it.
Teaching cognitive behaviors is just one way that we can learn more about the animals that we care for. And the information we learn through these cognitive trainings helps us not only benefit the individual like Nicholas, but also the species as a whole. And the more we know about these animals, the more we can protect and conserve them in the wild. For the last few years, Nicholas has been residing in one of our newly constructed dolphin pools. You may recognize this pool from the movie Dolphin Tale 2.
With the arrival of the fan-favorite Dolphin Tale movies, far be it from us to have Nicholas feel left out. So we made a few cameos, including the role of Mandy in Dolphin Tale 2. Mandy was a real-life dolphin we rescued with another dolphin named Troy back in 2006, just after Winter and I arrived at CMA. After a successful rehab process, both Mandy and Troy headed home back to the Gulf of Mexico and have both been spotted from time to time doing well. That is what Clearwater Marine Aquarium is all about. Rescue, rehab, and release, and that's the message we delivered in Dolphin Tale 2.
As a rescue rehab facility, we've worked with many animals over the years that had to overcome significant challenges in order to survive. And these animals became a source of inspiration, especially for individuals overcoming their own personal challenges. Nicholas is one of those animals, and he's very special to individuals that relate to him as a burn survivor.
I was 4.5 years old when a building caught fire and my dad pulled me from the fire and saved me. I received burns to over 75% of my body. I had 2nd and 3rd degree burns, and I am recovering very, very well from the shiners. They drove me to Houston. Then I couldn't go to Galveston because it was closed for Hurricane Ike, and then I was life flighted to Sacramento, and there was only one spot left, and they said to hold it. I had tubes all over me. I have like stickies. I have like tons of tubes and wires. Today it was really, really exciting. I could not contain my excitement for the past week. Yes, I've seen Dolphin Tale 1 and 2. I got to see some characters from the movies. Winter, Hope, Nicholas. It was cool to see the scars that he had, and he's a burn survivor, just like me, because I'm also a burn survivor. It's just cool seeing that a dolphin still swimming, still doing many things that a dolphin, that it just means to me like I can keep on doing things that humans do.
Presented by Visit St. Pete Clearwater, whose 35 miles of white sand beaches and world-class art scene landed it on the New York Times list of the world's top places to go. Plan your own adventure at liveamplified.com.
When you live amplified in St. Pete Clearwater, you dive deeper into every crazy, cool, connected moment. Come feel the pulse at liveamplified.com.
So while Nicholas's wounds completely healed, he, like all the other animals we care for, participate in a proactive husbandry program. For example, we may ask Nicholas to participate in a basic visual body exam by our veterinarian, or to lay out for a voluntary blood sample.
Another very important medical or husbandry behavior that we'll teach all of our dolphins is to allow us to draw a blood sample. When we do that, we take it from the bottom of their tail flukes, far below the skin, which makes them harder to find than, say, the blood vessels on a human. But with practice, you can find them and draw a blood sample right there. And all we need is Nicholas to wait patiently, be very, very brave while we draw that blood sample. And then if he does a good job, we're going to throw a party for him. And we have to practice it all the time before we ever do it. When you really do it, it is no big deal. That's what we do. We just practice.
We also closely monitor his diet. Animal care specialists are here every morning to prepare restaurant quality food for all of our animals. And currently, Nicholas is getting 20 pounds of fish every day. And we've taught him to slide out on a scale so that we can get regular weights. Nicholas is truly an amazing animal, and I'm very fortunate that I had the opportunity to know him from the very beginning as a calf, and I certainly look forward to him continuing to do well.